so crazy, amazing, and you know it, you know I'm feeling it. Ooh, and you like it 'cause you know I'm yours. You know exactly.
The first step, I'm putting concealer on my eye just as the base. Now I'm taking my Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette and I'm using this shade in my crease. I'm going with windshield wiper motions, holding the end of my brush and like going very soft. You can start using circular motions as well. I forgot to tell you the shade name of that I was using from right here. The shade is Silk Cream. I'm gonna go in with a smaller detailed brush and use this shade, Creamsicle. Look how small this is. I'm using this blending brush from e.l.f. Don't recommend because they come apart. So now I'm blending it all in with windshield wiper motions and circular motions too. Just blending it until it looks decent. I'm gonna use this shade. I'm dipping into it lightly because look at that. I'm gonna put it in the outer V, I guess, and just blend it out. I went over it with the first shade we used when I first started, and then now I'm going back in with the Creamsicle color, that yellow orangish color. Okay, it's best to do makeup with your eyes open so you can see how it's gonna look. Now I'm just blending it out. So this shade that I used earlier, that is Hunt's, and I think I'm gonna go back in with it and then blend it out again. I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Going in with this color, Butter, right here, and I'm gonna just put it right there and like kind of push it in and like blend. This is the Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. I'm gonna put eyeshadow under my eye. Okay, so I did my brows off camera, so now I'm going to put on primer. I'm using the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer. You don't necessarily need to prime your face as long as it's like moisturized. For foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. I'm using 128 Warm Nude and 112 Natural Ivory. You don't rub, you tap the foundation into your skin. I know my foundation looks really cakey. That says full coverage. Now I'm going in with my concealer, putting it under my eye. Kind of doing triangles, but not really. Kind of putting it wherever I have acne. Now I'm using my Clinique powder. If you have dry skin, you probably just want to wait for the next step. But if you have really oily skin, then you should powder all over your face right now. I'm gonna contour. And if you have a big forehead, you're gonna wanna do both. For my nose contour, I'm using this brush. Don't blend in your nose contour yet. I'm going to take my Hoola Benefit bronzer. I have the mini version, so I'm using this EcoTools brush. And then chisel out my jawline. This also helps to contour if your foundation is too light. Now that I'm done with that, we need to bake. This is where your powder comes in if you didn't powder earlier. I'm using this Maybelline Master Contour, and my brush is an e.l.f. blush brush. To highlight, I'm using these two colors. I'm kind of tapping and putting it in circular motions. And I'm putting it from like the arch to the tail. And if it's too intense for you, you could blend it out with like a beauty blender or something. I used this CoverGirl waterproof mascara, L'Oreal Voluminous Primer, and then the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara. I also started to brush off the powder that we baked with, and I blended in my nose contour. To set my face, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set. Now I'm going to take my Morphe M501 brush. Since it's fall, I'm going to use that Becca Champagne Pop highlighter that I used on my eyes. I'm going to spray setting spray on it because a brush works better to highlight when you spray it. And you're going to highlight on your cheekbones. And I kind of like to bring it up. And then I'm going to highlight on the tip of my nose on the Cupid's bow. And then we're going to set it again. So now I'm putting on chapstick because I'm going to do my lips. I swatched a couple like fall colors on arms, and fall's supposed to be dark. So I swatched these colors. I think I'm going to pick the first one. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. The camera quality might be a little bad. That's because I ran out of storage. Don't forget to hashtag slay and stay cool. Bye beautifuls.
Baby, we're all or nothing. Yeah, there's no in between it with you.